Hello everyone and welcome to another tutorial here in EVE Online. This tutorial is gonna be about Tech 2 production. It's pretty a lot different than Tech 1 production what I've covered before. So we're gonna start off what you need first for Tech 2 production. First thing, you need more skills again. It's all gonna be science skills. You need a lot of them. First thing, you need to know what type of, from what faction invention you're gonna do towards Tech 2. Let's pick up this armor repair, large armor repair. Gonna show on the info. Go to bill of materials, but you can see here for inventions. You can see amarr equipment methods. So that's a skill you need then for the large armor repair. Then you need mechanical engineering, but that's pretty much a basic one. You need hacking, you need science, you can find all the skills you need in this. Nanite engineering level 1. Now you think, oh, the level 1 is more than enough. No. Basically, how higher the skill, how better the chance the invention will succeed, and you get a Tech 2 BPC out of it. So basically, before you start doing invention, make sure you have the skills at least at level 4 to make worth your while to start this. Now, you cannot do any inventions of a BPO. That is not possible, because you should get then a Tech 2 BPO and you cannot invent that. That's not possible. Basically, first thing you need to do is to take your BPO, and for this BPO you can use the one you have that is researched, like mine is researched, but they don't have to be researched on material level or production level. They can also be just one that has everything at 0 and can use that one for it. That's not a problem at all. It doesn't influence any of the outcome. So first thing, you need to make a copy of this module, in this case large armor repair. For modules I use always the max amount of ones. It doesn't take too long to copy it. So let's say you can do a maximum of 20 copies at once on a module, and then do 300 ones, because basically it's the limited is 300, so you take a 300 one and take 20 copies of it. It's gonna take in station, I don't know how long it will take. I do that in pause. It's taken me about just over 2 days to do that amount of copies. Now finally, when you have these done, you're gonna have 20 BPCs lying around. Now you need more, again, before you can start the invention, you need again more materials for this. That is what you can see right here. Extra materials you needed. You need, just like the same with the skills, you see mechanical engineering and nanite engineering. It's also coming back in data cores. Now where you get data cores from? Well, simple. They're on the market. You can buy them on the market easily. You can also get them from agents, but that's where a little bit of a difference. So I can go to journal and I have agents working for me. So I can go here to research, and you see I have 5 agents researching for me. They give research points per day. Mine are all just around 110 per day, and a data core costs a certain amount for one data core, and that's how you get free. But depending on how much you do, you usually get on it to buy them off market. It's not bad to buy them off market. It's usually you end up with a profit anyway, even when you buy the data costs off the market. I buy them straight off market from sellers. Even you get them from buyers, it's all profitable if you get the right items. And use and not always profitable, depends on how much it's used. So now you have all these materials ready. You need for one BPC you need 3 data cores of mechanical engineering and 3 data cores of nanite engineering. Then you need a data interface. There are 3 types of data interface. There's one for modules, as they are calculate. Then there's another one. See if I can find it. It's not in here. At least this one is special for ships. And there's one more. I did see. I probably have it in a ship of mine. Where is it? Yeah. The tuner database. That's especially for rigs, to make tech to rigs. Now let's go on. Now you have this. Now if you have a BPC done, you can basically say, let me get me one. Alright, yeah. You can right click on the BPC, this is a BPO just to show it. And you can select inventions. And get the next interface. Now here you can select the installation. You pick an installation. In this case mine is setting for core because I've exited. If you get to public and I say current blueprint location, you can here select invention slots. Time multiplier is 1 here. I know at a POS it's going to take half the time because there's a time multiplier 0.5. So in this case it's going to take you to start an invention. It's going to take you 2.5 hours to do this invention before it's done. For me in the POS it's going to take 1 hour 15 minutes. So here you're going to select an installation. Just going to click one. And then there's, for me, is because I'm sitting in a corp hanger, base items. That is base items is not a meta 1 item. It's like meta 2 to 4 items you can use as a base. If you use one of those, it's gonna increase your chance of getting a tech tool BPC out of it. But is it worth it? I say no. I've tried it out and it's really, I don't see making me more profit out of it. I think even you're making a little bit less profit out of it. Now there's another option, decryptors. For modules I do not use them. I don't. There are a lot of decryptors. I have 2 here. There's recently came out more types. There were only 4 and now 6 I think out. Decryptors are giving you a chance of getting better out of it. Now I got this one. This is, I think, yeah, it's for amarr inventions. Yeah, this one. It's gonna give you 10% more chance of getting a tech tool BPC out of this one. It's gonna give you a +3 on material level when this is succeeding, the invention, and a +3 on production efficiency modifier. It's not gonna give you any more runs, this one. If I look at this one, I think this is also amarr. Yep. This one a different story. The chances are not more. This just the base chance and skill chance. But this one gonna give you +2 on runs. And only gonna give a +1 on material level. And a +4 on efficiency, production efficiency. Now what I do on modules, I don't use any decryptors. You get more enough usually out of it. So if I take this one is done without anything. If I should use this decryptor, my material level should be -1 then. And my production level, the time to produce the modules, is gonna be also -1 then. So it's basically you're gonna use less materials, but with the extra cost of buying the decryptor off market unless you can all find them in the data sites, but I doubt it if you do a lot of inventions. But because I have in this case a material of -4, it's gonna be a -4 material level, so I'm gonna use 50% wastage factor. That's pretty high, but Tech 2 is not a problem. If you really can calculate out how much it's gonna cost you, it's gonna be no problem at all. So then you get, when you got these out, if you get lucky, you're gonna get BPCs. All Tech 2 BPCs. I have a hell of a lot here lying around. I think this is around almost 900 Tech 2 modules here. I've recently done inventions because I had to do a lot. Now you're gonna look at show info. Now basically this is a standard page, nothing to see about it. Bill of materials. You see here extra materials. It's not been done because that is a copying job. And basically this you cannot copy. You cannot copy a Tech 2 BPC, at least not that I'm knowing of. It never has been possible because it would be way easier to get Tech 2 BPC, so no, it's not possible. Research and material efficiency. Basically, why waste money on it, and it's not possible on a BPC. You can't do it, same for the production time. So all these steps you can just ignore on a Tech 2 BPC. Manufacturing skills. You got skills that you need, materials that you need, and there's some extra materials again. Basically it's exactly the same for the patch, but these are now set as extra materials. Well, you need some minerals, but there's not a lot of it that you need. Totally not. And between this, I've done this without, you get always for modules and 10 run BPC out of it. You can build 10 modules. So this is just a few minerals, but there's a small change in this compared to the Tech 1 production. I'm gonna get my Tech 1 up. That is in production, by the way. Let me get it out. I gotta do a heavy. Show info. There we go. Now you see the difference. Look. At using this amount of these materials, it only has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 types of materials. Now here you see 8 types of materials. There's the magnesite is in it. There's only 2 units, so that's not a big gap. But you need morphite. Morphite is the only material that's been used in Tech 2 production. It's not going to be used anywhere else. Only Tech 2. So don't forget, you also need morphite for this to build, able to build it. Now this one can get away now. Now let's look at the extra materials. You need a RAM unit. It's gonna use one. It's gonna damage the unit 56% per run. And per run is 1 unit. So you need already multiple RAM units. In this case a weapon tech. Also there's a difference in it. To be able to build it. So you need about, if you build 10, you need at least 10 of these to get them all 10 built. And with this amount of stack you can just build a whole stack and it's gonna be easy. Also for these RAM units, let's see where I have one showing for you. I'm looking through my list where they are. Yes. I'm gonna pick up of course the weapon tech. The skills you need is only industrial level 1 for a RAM unit. Extra materials is not here. Just normal materials is a little bit of minerals. Very small amount. Also for this, don't forget to do the material research on it to save some materials. And of course some production level is always handy to have that. Now, what's more you need? Robotics. something you can buy off market or do on a planet. If you have the right planets in the system, you can build your own robotics from planetary interaction. But that's not we're gonna cover now. Or maybe ever gonna cover. I don't know if we're gonna do it. Then of course you need a Tech 1 module of this unit if you wanna build it. For every one you need one Tech 1 dual heavy beam laser in this case. That's what you need to. Now, you see something new here. Laser focusing crystals. Totally something else. Now, laser focusing crystal is something you need to enhance this laser towards the Tech 2. So it can be more powerful and able to use, of course, Tech 2 crystals. Now, laser focus crystals gonna be built totally different again. Now I need that module too, and I have it also in production. Let's look it up. Laser focusing crystals, there it is. Info. Now laser focusing crystals. Basically you can research this also. It's not research because it just took info, but mine is researched. On material level, definitely do that again. Definitely get at least 100 or something, because you're gonna do a lot of runs of it. Because you need already 14 from one module. So you're gonna build 10 of these from one BPC. You need already 140 of it. Now materials. Oh, now we're gonna see some different materials. Skills. Some laser psychics level 3. Science level 5. Basically most skills you already have when you have done the inventions on this. You already have these skills. But for lasers you already need laser psychics level 4. Like I said, get at least to 4 those skills before you do inventions. Now there's a whole list of new materials here. Fluorides, hypersynaptic fibers and tungsten carbide. Now these materials are mineable, but not like in asteroid belts. These materials are coming from a moon, and there's a whole line before you can make these materials. There's simple reactions, complex reactions, and the end product of the complex reaction is going to be these materials. Fluorides, hypersynaptic fibers and tungsten carbide. Now to build one laser focusing crystal you need 11 fluorides, 1 hypersynaptic fiber and 31 tungsten carbide. All this is just to be able to buy off the market. It's no issue. You see the prices here, they're a lot higher, and you need a pretty decent amount of it. There's not too much here in the main on the market. Best guess is to get it in Jita. And most of the materials are even better to get in Jita than this, because definitely fluorides are pretty high in price here. At least that's what I think. I can check this out. Was it reasonably bought up? That's the price in Jita at the moment I record it, and the price here. This is straight bought off the market. It's a little bit higher. It's not really a huge difference, but if you do a lot of it, definitely buy in Jita. You're gonna save a lot of money there, and every ISK you save is profit in your wallet. Now all these you need to build at least one unit. So you need 140 units. You know how much you need. 140 hypersynaptic fibers and all this stuff. Now if you have done this building for these modules, all the laser focusing crystals are done, then you can finally start off building the dual heavy beam lasers. It's gonna take some time to build these. It's definitely a longer production time, basically because you have a production level of -4. So it's gonna take you a hell of a lot more time to build it. In this case it says here for me 5 hours and 46 minutes to build one module. And it's a 10-run BPC. So you do the calculation how much time it's gonna take. I think it's about 3 days or something to build 10 of them in one go. It's pretty a lot of time to do it, but hey, it's all worth it. It's a hell of a one. Well, that's basically almost covered. I'm gonna look also for a moment for ships. Gonna take the arbiter. I don't have any BPCs lying around. I think I do. Oh yes, I have a few. I know this one. I picked this one up. Ships are basically the same, almost the same story. You can also use BPCs without any research done on it to make copies of that, no problem at all. But in this case, don't go for max ones, because you're gonna be copying for like a month. And basically it's not worth it. Was on ships, definitely use decryptors. I say the way I go is how bigger the ship, how better decryptor you're gonna use. So I showed you one that has no run bonus. That's something I don't look at. I look at the percent chances is for success of getting a tech to BPC. On frigates I use one like for 10%. Cruisers, I think there's next one is 20 or 30% out of my head, and so on and going up. And for battleships and also capitals, that's gonna be another video. I should use the best decryptors there are with the highest chance of succeeding. The highest chance is I think an 80% chance of succeeding to get it. Now this one you're gonna just do like I say take 5, gonna do 5 copies all one run. Bill of materials for inventions, basically almost the same, but you need again a different skill, amarr starship engineer, and in this case also mechanical engineering for this. Extra materials, a lot more data cores you need for this. And these occult ship data interfaces. These interfaces are not gonna break or anything or used up. You need only one of these in your hangar and you can use it for all the inventions you're gonna do. So it's not gonna get used up, not at all. If you do an invention, the data cores will disappear, will be used, but the data interfaces won't. You're gonna keep those. Now, if you got these BPCs, then you can start your invention again for the ships. In this case, for ships, sometimes you can have multiple types of ships. If you like the Punisher, you can get a retribution out of it, or an vengeance. Sorry. I'm gonna show you a little bit about it. Do I have it here? Yeah. Alright, let me get it out of here. Going to the list. Yeah. Say inventions. Now here you can select it. Again, base material, but there's only an meta 1 level in this case for it. There are no base materials you can use in it. Decryptors, of course, you can select. And oh wait, there's damage controller still. Now Punisher. Now here again, output type. This is where you can select what output you're gonna have. It says now I have no choices here. I probably need to select the installation maybe. Yeah. First you need to select the installation before you can choose an output. Now here you can choose, or I want to get a retribution out of it, or I want to get a vengeance out of it. So there you can select what ship you want to invent. It's not like, oh, I start an invention and we'll see what comes out. No, for Tech 2 you can select what there's gonna be coming out. So that's for ships. Now when you have this done, you're gonna get this. In this case from the Argo I got a Guardian. Now because I use decryptors on this one, I have a material level of -1 only, production level of -1, In this case there's only one run on this ship. That's more than enough, because if you're really gonna do 3 runs, it's your choice what you're gonna do on use on decryptors. Now you're gonna look at bill of materials, extra materials. Oh, they were sitting copying again. Manufacturing. Extra materials. Of course you need the base item, the aqua, to build the guardian in it. And you need the RAM starship tech. It's gonna use 8 of them per run, and there's gonna be 95% damage. That's pretty a lot, but yeah, don't forget. Skills. It's gonna be a little bit different skill with it. You need cruiser construction level 1. Oh, you can get higher, but it's gonna be needed for like higher tier ships. You need a higher level of construction. I don't think it's gonna give you any bonus of a higher level. No, it's not gonna give you any advantage if you train it higher. But get the cruiser construction up to level 4, you'll be good for about everything. There's also the skill frigate construction. And for frigate construction there's also destroyers falling underneath that. Yeah, and then you have cruiser construction. There's also battle cruisers falling under there. If I'm right, I'm not even 100% sure about that. I'm gonna look that up. It's industrial. I think that's falling under the same. It's not under there. Oh, well, I think it's don't need it. It's construction. It should be falling under industrial, if I'm right. And this is all processing. Where the hell is that skill falling under? Fuel market. Mechanical. Alright. It's falling under skills and then mechanical. That's where the right skills are underneath. So there's the battleship construction. There's indeed no battle cruiser. So yeah, for battle cruisers tech 2 you also need a cruiser skill, probably at level construction of cruiser construction at level 4, I think, to be able to build tech 2 battle cruiser. And then you have battleship construction too. There's a separate one for industrial ships again too. Now you've got this done, you're gonna look at some materials you need. You see what 11 materials. Ta-da! Now you see there are some minerals required in here, but not as much all types of materials as with a module. Now you see also a lot more other tech 2 construction parts you need to be able to build a guardian. You need an antimatter reactor unit, a fusion thrust, linear shield emitter. Also again you need morphite, a nano electrical microprocessor, radar sensor cluster, tesseract capacitor unit, and tungsten carbide armor plates. You see already you need 1800 of tungsten carbide armor plates for one guardian. It's a pretty lot of production. And also for a lot of these things you need all kind of different materials. Like this, the antimatter reactor materials required for ferromagnetic condensates, tungsten carbide. But if you take another one, it's not going to be all the same material. See already nanotransistors, phenolical composites, and again tungsten carbide. And this is one of the new materials that were introduced, the terahertz metamaterials. That's also been introduced in the latest patch in Odyssey for Tech 2 production. All this you're gonna need again to able to build this guardian. There's a lot of production in this for Tech 2. You really need, first thing you start with copying, then you're gonna start do inventions. You need to make sure you have the descriptors and a white data interface. For every race there's a different interface, so you have the Amarr interface, the Glend interface, the Caldari interface and the Mimitar interface. And for all there are 3 types. There's rigs, there's then for the guns, for the modules, and then for the ships. So after invention you get the BPCs, then you need to get the right BPOs to build all the parts you need to build that module, including the Tech 1 module. Don't forget that, you really need a Tech 1 module or ship for it. So after you build all those stuff, you can finally start building the ship or the module you need for be able to get the Tech 2 ship or module. It's a lot of work, but it definitely is gonna pay off, that's for sure. If you want to know if it's gonna pay off, basically build a complete data sheet again from scratch. Like I got a whole Excel sheet. There are sheets online to be downloaded, be able to find on the forums even, where you can calculate out exactly what's gonna cost you. I've been using one, but it was not quite exact as it used to be. Like I want to have, because that one was not calculating the data cost in it that you use, but still usually makes you still a profit. Well, that's basically all of the Tech 2 production. It's an incredibly large amount you're gonna do. You also see me having here Tech 3, but basically I cannot do anything with it. But that's the Tech 2 production, modules and ships. I'm gonna cover some more stuff in another tutorial, and hope this is gonna be useful for everyone that's gonna do Tech 2 production. If you have any questions about this, you can drop it down in the comment section, or anything I maybe forgot. I don't think I have forgot anything. Any comments can be in the down in the comments, any questions, and yeah, I will try to answer them. I try to respond to everyone that puts something in the description or in the comment, not in the description, damn. So yeah, that was it for the Tech 2 production. Hope it's useful, and we'll see you guys next time, so fly safe.